Hi, I'm Dr. Elliot Adam from ElliotOracle.com. I'm also the author of Fearless Tarot, How to Give a Positive Reading in Any Situation, which is out now from Llewellyn Books. So if you like my approach to tarot, you're going to really love this book. It's time for this week's Oracle Reveal, and this week I am going to be doing something different, where for each animal that you're choosing, I'm going to use a different tarot deck created by one of our talented tarot creators in the tarot community. Each of these deck creators is a master in their own right, and I've really enjoyed getting to know some of these decks and working with them. So I thought it'd be fun to just change things up a little bit and experiment with some of these decks. The first deck is the Star Seeker Tarot by the Van Mystic, Nicky. She's a good friend of mine on Instagram, and I hope you're following her because she has wonderful daily oracles, and she's just a really great person. She's just full of positive energy. But the deck she's created is absolutely beautiful, as you're going to see. Next, we have Thomas from Hermit's Mirror. This is his new Lifeline Tarot, which is a brilliant concept. He takes one continuous line, and he draws the tarot cards based on the artwork of Pamela Coleman Smith. And he leaves certain things out, so you have to kind of fill in the blanks, but it's absolutely brilliant. I think you're going to enjoy this deck as well. And then finally, we have Shaheen Miro's Uncommon Tarot, which is absolutely a beautiful card deck. I can't wait to show you the imagery in this. It's absolutely artistic and so smartly done. And Teresa Reed, the tarot lady, also wrote the instruction booklet for this beautiful deck. So I can't wait to use this as well. So with all that being said, let's go into the animals for the Oracle Reveal. So first, if you picked the hawk, it says, let spirit be your guide. And hawk is all about receiving messages, signs, or signals on your path. It's also an animal that's able to look at things from above and get some perspective. So this could be a week where it's best for you to take a step back, look at things in context, look at things in perspective, and also pay attention to the messages that you might be getting. First card for hawk is where it's best for them to place their focus this next week. And we get the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands, look how beautiful that is. It shows this expansive vista in front of this person who is going on a night journey by sea. And this is basically saying that the journey is still in front of you. Your life is open, wide, waiting, and despite your worst fears, nothing's been irrevocably screwed up yet. This might be a time where you're really going on that journey, where you're really reaching out for that next phase of your life. And this could also be a time when you have to have some courage, that it might feel daunting or even intimidating as you're beginning this journey, but it's important for you to go ahead anyways and cross that threshold. Advice from your inner wisdom this next week, if you picked hawk, is the inner wisdom card. Look how beautiful that hermit card is. The hermit is all about your inner wisdom, going within for answers. This is also another journey card. You can see the hermit's on a journey, but so is the figure on the Three of Wands. And so what this can really indicate is right now, you want to go slowly with the journey. You want to not rush it. And you really want to be open-minded to what's awaiting you. So instead of just jumping to a fear, consult with your inner wisdom first. It will probably whisper a more positive forecast for what you're about to step into. And finally, the mythic archetype that's going to help you if you pick hawk. Wow, Iris, the messenger rainbow goddess from Greek mythology. Just like the hawk is the messenger, so too is Iris. She's getting your attention by dazzling you with color. She might also be sending you little signs or signals on your path. And when she's next to that hermit card, the sign or signal might not be happening out in the external world. The sign or signal might be coming from within. So this might be an important time for you to turn inward and ask yourself, what's the message that's trying to come across? What is it that is trying to come through? So that is the message for hawk as the plane goes above. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I live near an airport, so we can't get through a video without a plane. The next animal is Bobcat spirit, and Bobcat is also known as a lynx. And lynxes are all about the mystery. They're also associated with divination, tarot practices, astrology, but also just looking deeper at things and also solving riddles, solving the mystery. Here we have the Lifeline Tarot, and for our first card for where it's best to place your focus, we get the Queen of Wands. Look how brilliantly done that is. The Queen of Wands is always able to look at the bright side of the things. She's got that sunflower that's always turning its face toward the light. Whenever this card comes up, it's indicating that you want to be optimistic at this time. You also want to be unique and you want to follow your own pathway. You want to follow your own course or your own heart. Also, the Queen of Wands is an archetype of charisma and also courage. So this could be a time where you're really showing off some of your best attributes or you're promoting yourself in some way. The second card is advice from your inner wisdom. And look at that, we get another queen. Here we get the Queen of Cups. So when I get two queens, number one, I would say that there's going to be some feminine energy that you're going to want to tune into from within this next week, but also two sorts of feminine energy. On the one hand, we got the warmth of the Queen of Wands, where you're being charismatic and inviting, and you're also bringing the energy up for other people and being very nurturing with it. But then with that Queen of Cups, we're also being very sensitive here, intuitive, and also prizing feelings. Of all the tarot cards, the Queen of Cups holds the most elaborately decorated chalice. It's got angels on it. It's decorated so beautifully. And so this could be a time where you're really valuing your feelings, valuing your first impressions. And also with the Queens, it could be a time when you're supportive, when you're supplying mercy for other people, when you're being somehow, their best advocate, or you're just allowing a space for people to feel heard and not only encouraged, but also nurtured as well. And finally, the mythic archetype that will help you if you picked the lynx or the bobcat is Persephone. She's the goddess of the underworld. Very strong goddess female energy going on here for the lynx people this next week. It's going to be a time when you really want to go through a period of rebirth or renewal. Persephone is also a dual figure. She's the goddess of spring. She makes everything grow, but she is also the goddess of the underworld. So sort of like we have these two archetypes, these two faces of the goddess here with the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups. Persephone is saying it's not binary. It's not this or that. It's actually both. And so you might want to make room for something that needs to die right now. You might want to let go of it. You might want to grieve it. But also you might want to plant your seeds for what's going to grow, especially in the spring. Most importantly of all, really let your nurturing inner feminine receptive principle sort of take the lead this next week. And then finally, we have the butterfly spirit, and it says transformation is beautiful. And so butterfly, obviously a symbol of transformation. So this could be a time when you want to make some changes in your life this next week if you pick butterfly. And here on the Uncommon Tarot, oh, look at how beautiful that Hangman card is. The Hangman is all about making a sacrifice, letting go of the past, maybe going through a temporary discomfort right now. I think our modern society is really discomfort averse. We think if something's uncomfortable, well, then it's not good, it's bad, we have to medicate it, we have to feel better and joyful right now. But the Hangman card can really indicate that there is a sacrifice that's required of you right now to make an important change in your life. That's going to lead to some temporary discomfort. But if you can endure that discomfort, the potential for you is limitless about what you can create in the future. Next, we have advice from your inner wisdom. And we have the Ace of Swords. And look at those butterflies there. My goodness, that's so cool. I think those might be moths too. But what this is saying is that this is a time to transform your life by taking charge of it. Not only by making some important sacrifices, but the Ace of Swords is always about empowering yourself, taking charge, redirecting your will, and making something important happen that you know needs to happen at this time. So be open to change. And finally, the mythic archetype that's going to help you if you pick butterfly is Odysseus, who endures that 20-year voyage away from home, and he's always on that quest to find his way home. With these three cards, I feel like it's time, especially this week, to take charge of your life and find your way home, to really make the sacrifices of the things that are extraneous, that you just don't need, and get back to the home base of things, get back to the thing that really counts for you. That's where your breakthrough is going to happen. And that is this week's Oracle. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed all the decks. I'm going to leave links to all the creators' pages in my comments. But otherwise, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week, and do take care. I will see you next time.